like, one instance I would say, like, just in general with the feminist movement is, like, body hair. I know that's, like, been a hot topic, but it's also been categorized as, like, a white feminist topic, because they're like, if you don't want to shave your armpits or your legs, like, whatever, go ahead. But then a lot of women feel, I don't know what I'm saying, but, you know, people made it a thing, like, oh, don't shave your legs if you're a feminist, but then they kind of realized, like, some people still do it. And, like, for me personally, I don't not want to shave my legs. Like, I'm not a fan of body hair, but, like, is that just because I've grown up thinking that way and I'm just, like, okay with conforming to society? I'm like, well, I don't know.
I mean, the true definition of feminism, though, is that you are supportive of whatever a woman wants to do for herself, and that she's equal to a man and she can make the same decisions that any other individual can make. So if you're a feminist who doesn't want to shave, who wants to have body hair on your legs, your armpits, everywhere, then you should be able to do that if you're a true feminist. And then your supporters, if they are also true feminists, would support you even if they want to shave or they want to be hairless in their own ways.
Like, it should be equal to, like, shaving if you want that. But then I'm just saying, like, how do you know if you actually want to shave? Like, you know, and I don't know if that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, it does stem from, like, what you grow up.
Like, maybe I'm just okay with that societal, like, pressure. I'm okay with that, I'll do it.
Grown up like shaving, so you just become, like, accustomed to shaving. Mm-hmm. But, like, let's say somebody who doesn't shave and has never shaved was never accepted, so it's just, like, what you like, but it comes down to just being accepted for what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. I'm thinking about, like, when I first started shaving, and, like, I remember I had no idea. Like, I had absolutely no idea that girls were, like, supposed to shave their legs, or, like, girls shaved their legs. And my legs were just always hairy, and I was like, all right. I didn't know, like, I don't know if it's just because, like, I grew up with, like, my mom only being the other girl in the house, but I had no idea that, like, being hairless was a thing for women. And I remember I was, like, in a car with, like, some of my Girl Scout troop, and, like, they were talking. This was, like, I want to say elementary school, honestly, like, 5th grade. And they were talking, and one of them was like, oh my god, like, I just shaved my legs, like, they're so smooth. And another one was like, wow, like, I didn't even, like, I just started. And it was like, like, I was in the back of this car, and I was thinking, like, what? Like, I don't even know what that means. And I remember, like, looking at my legs and being like, wow, they're so hairy. And, like, one of the girls looked at them and were like, oh, like, are you gonna start soon? And I was like, I don't know. And, like, I asked my mom about it, and she was like, yeah, you could, but it's up to you. Like, she never forced me to do anything.
My mom had a rule that I couldn't shave my legs until 8th grade or until I got my period. So whichever came first, because she was like, you don't need to. I remember in elementary school, I had, like, a similar story. I think, like, somebody shaved their legs. So I didn't even shave my whole leg. I just took a razor and, like, did one. And then my mom was like, did you shave your leg? Because it was, like, uneven. And she was like, don't do that. Like, that's soap. Like, don't do that. Maybe it was my leg or it was my arm. It was, like, one of those two. Because, like, one of my friends had done it, so I wanted to try it.
Yeah, it's weird, though, because I remember sitting in that car and, like, seeing all these other girls, like, legs, like, smooth and, like,
hairless.
And I just remember feeling so ugly. Like, I felt so below them in that moment. Because I had no idea.
It's not even that you grew up with that. It was just, like, in that moment.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so sad if you think about it. But it's also because I think all of us have darker hair that are... It's, like, a little bit... Like, I'm not trying to say that girls with blonde hair or something don't feel the same type of struggle that girls with dark hair do, but I know that my blonde friends don't care as much. Whereas, like, if my legs get hairy, I get a little bit more self-conscious because I know people can see it. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, if I was blonde and my hair was blonde, a lot of people just, like, let their hair grow out. If they're blonde, they don't really care because you can't tell. But because, like, you come from, like, Asian descent or, you know, whatever, you just have dark hair and you're, like, kind of programmed to think that having darker hair is, like, gross. Yeah. If it's anywhere around your body that isn't, like, on your face or your head.
Or even, like, facial hair.
Yeah, like, if it's, like, your eyelashes up it's fine. Anywhere below that is like, you have dark hair, you
Girls
bleach
have
your
facial hair.
mustache.
Girls have facial hair. Everyone needs to know. People think like, oh, girls' faces are just hairless. Their eyebrows are just perfect. Like,
Sometimes I got a unibrow, you know? It's just what it is. It's been girl talk with your girlies.
I hate it.
That's all. Don't leave that in.
No, because I had a unibrow, because, you know, we young.